Good morning students, welcome you all again. In previous lecture we have discussed about number system. In number system I have given you full flow chart, and in this way we have discussed about natural number, whole number, and after that we have also seen about number line. So how we can add, subtract and multiply on number line. But today we are going to discuss about properties of whole numbers. In this way, first we discuss operation of whole numbers. So again, I have to told you what is whole number. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 to the infinity. So from 0 to infinity, this is whole numbers. So first we will discuss about operation of whole numbers. So in this chapter, in operation of whole numbers, we have four basic operation of arithmetic, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, so one by one we can see addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These four basic operations of arithmetic one by one. Okay, so we will discuss about it. So my dear students, first property of addition, we are going to start property of addition. Okay, so in property of addition, first property is closure property. Closure property means addition of whole number is a closed operation. Means, that is, we can take an example. If A and B are two whole numbers, okay, and B are two whole numbers. If we add them, if we add A plus B, then the digit comes C. It is also a whole number. Means if we add A and B and the product is C, after adding this, then this is also whole number. Means if we add two whole number, then we can get whole numbers. Verification, we can verify it. How? Take, we have two whole numbers, one is 2, another is 3. If we add 2 and 3, we get 5. So 5 is also a whole number. Okay, means property first is closure property, and closure property says addition of whole numbers is a closed operation. In this, if we add two whole numbers, then we can get whole numbers also. So now, in property of addition, second property is commutative property. First is closure property. In closure property, the sum of two whole numbers is always a whole number. Now in commutative property, changing the order of any two addends. Addends means the numbers which are added. Means if we are added two numbers, these are called addends. So changing the order of any two addends does not affect the sum. Does not affect the sum. That is, if A and B are two whole numbers. If we suppose A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B equal to B plus A. A plus B equal to B plus A means we can verify it. How we can verify it? If we take 2 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 2. Let's suppose that with the help of commutative property, we can suppose 2 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 2. Means here order is 2, after that 3. Here order is 3, after that 2. So 2 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 2. Okay. So here 5, 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Here also 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Means verify. Another example we can take. If 23 plus 84 equal to 84 plus 23. Okay, in this way. So we can add it. 112, again add it 112. Okay, so this is commutative property. It's easy. If we add to any whole numbers, we can change its order, then there is no any it doesn't affect the sum. Okay, note it down. Now if we talk about property of addition in property third, so first is closure property, second is commutative property, now third is associative property. Associative means the sum of any three whole numbers remains same even if we change the grouping. Means if, let's suppose, if A, B and C are whole numbers, so first we add A and B, then C, then we will get A is equal to, if we add A in B plus C. Okay, we can verify it. We can take a verification here. Okay, let's suppose if we can take A is 4, B is 3, first we add them, plus 2. Okay, so after changing the order, here the sum of the any three whole numbers remain same even if we change the grouping. Okay, so 4 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 4 plus 3 plus 2. Okay, so 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2. Here 4 plus 3 plus 2, 5. Now add them, 7 plus 2 equal to 9. 4 plus 9. Hence proved. Okay, hence it's verified. Now, my dear students, after property 3, first we have seen first property is closure property, second is commutative, third is associative. Now fourth property is identity for addition. You know, there is a slightly difference between natural number and whole number. You know, natural number is 1, 2, 3 and dash dash dash. This is natural number. And whole number is 0, 1, 2. So there is slightly difference between natural number and whole number, which is 0. So 0 has a special property. 0 has a special property in whole numbers, and whole world know very well 0 is, you know, it's an important digit in whole mathematics. Okay, but here we must understand that if we add any number with 0, then the result is that number itself. Means if we add any numbers, okay, the result of, if we can say, the result of adding any number to 0, the result of adding, so the result of adding any number to 0 is the number itself. We have to understand this line. The result of adding any number to 0, 0 is a digit, is the number itself. Means if we adding, that is, if we add any whole number A with 0, then the result is A. If we add 3 with 0, then we get 3. Means 0 is identity element for addition. Okay, 0 is the identity element for whole numbers. Okay, so this is the property 4, identity for addition. Okay, note it down. Here property of addition is completed. We have 4 property. First is closure property, commutative, associative and identity for addition. Okay, this is main 4 property of addition. You have to note it down. Now we will see property of subtraction. Note it down. Now properties of subtraction in whole numbers. Okay, we have just seen property of addition. Now this is properties of subtraction. Here, first of all, we must know about that operations of addition is just opposite of operation of subtraction. Okay, in number line we have seen that if this is number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, so if we add something, then we are jumping forward to the number line, to the right side of the number line. Okay, if we are adding, okay, if we are adding something, if we are adding means if I add 2 plus 3 means we directly jump 2 and 3 unit here. Okay, so this is adding. But in subtraction, if we subtract 4 minus 2 means we jump to the 4 and after that we are jumping to the left side. Okay, 4 minus 2 means 2. 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So we have seen these things in number lines. Okay, but we must know about this thing that here property of subtraction, operation of addition and subtraction are inverse of each other. Okay, this is easy thing. Addition is we always go right side of the number line, and if in subtraction we always goes to the left of the number line. Okay, but if we talk about properties of subtraction, first in addition we have seen first property is closure property. Okay, so if we talk about closure property means in closure property we know addition of any two whole number is also whole number. So let's see here, if we in subtraction, if I subtract 3 minus 2 means if 3 and 2 is a whole number, okay, then the result is also whole number. But if I subtract 6 minus 6, 0. Okay, so here can we say this is a whole number? Can we say? Yes, we can say 3 minus 2 is 1, it is also whole number. 6 minus 6, 0, it is also whole number. But if I subtract 4 minus 5, what will we get? 4 minus 5, we will get minus 1. Is it a whole number? No. Means closure property is right here, but not valid here. Means if we subtract 4 minus 5, means closure property is not good for subtraction. So closure property is not good for subtraction. Okay, so closure property is not good for. Now next, if we talk about you have to write it. Now if we talk about second property is commutative. In addition, we have seen that a plus b equal to b plus a. So here in subtraction we can say a minus b equal to b minus a. Is it correct or not? Is it correct or not? So first we have to think about it. Okay, let's take an example like 3 minus 2 equal to 2 minus 3. If it is correct, then this property is good for it. So 3 minus 2 is 1, but 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Is it correct? No. It is not correct. Means commutative property is not good for, or we can say property of subtraction is not called commutative property. Okay. Now third, associative property. If we talk about associative property, Means in addition we have seen that if a minus b minus c equal to a minus b minus c. Is it correct? Let's take an example. If it hold associative property, then we have to verify it. Okay. So first 4 minus 2 minus 3. Okay. And here 4 minus 2 minus 3. Let's see. 4 minus 2 is 2 minus 3. Here 4 minus 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Okay. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 4 minus minus plus. So 4 plus 1, 5. Is it correct? No. It is not hold. Means property of subtraction doesn't hold associative, commutative and closure property. Okay. Get it? So we just understand these things. In property of subtraction, operation of addition and subtraction are inverse of each other. That's why closure property, commutative property, associative property are not good for property of subtraction. Okay. Now property 4. So property first, property second and property third are not good for property of subtraction. Now property 4. If 0 is subtracted from a whole number, then the result is the number itself. Let's see. If whole number is, if a, b and c are whole numbers, okay, then let's subtract 0 from a, we can get a. Subtract 0 from b, we can get b. Subtract 0 from c, we see. Means if 0 is subtracted from a whole number, then we can get number itself. Okay. If we take an arithmetic example, means 2 minus 0, 2. 9 minus 0, 9. 15 minus 0, 15. Means this property is hold for property of subtraction. Means if we are subtracting 0 from any whole number, then the result is this number itself. Okay. Get it? Now fifth property is, if we talk about fifth property, first we have to rub it. As we are writing here, you must write with me, or you can pause the video and you can make your notes. After that we will solve questions. Okay. So the last but not least, property of subtraction, property 5. So let's suppose if a, b and c are whole numbers. My dear students, you must not confuse with this ABC. Okay. ये ABC कोई नंबर है नहीं, ये वेरिएबल है, पर अपन एग्जाम्पल के लिए इनको ले रहे हैं. ओके. सो यू मस्ट नॉट कंफ्यूज. सो इफ ए, बी एंड सी आर होल नंबर्स, देन if a minus b equal to c, then this b goes here, b plus c equal to a. Got it? And also we can say if a minus b equal to c, then this b is adding in it, b plus c equal to a. This is property first. Let's have example that 7 minus 2 equal to 5. So 7 is a, minus 2 is b, 5 is c. Okay. So 7 minus 2 equal to 5. So 2 and 5. 2 plus 5 equal to 7. Got it? So this is property 5. In this way we have completed property of addition, property of subtraction. Okay, in this chapter. You have to write it. Now, my dear students, in previous lecture, I have given you some questions of assignment 2.1. First of all, you have to, if you are having a book Prachi NCERT, okay? Then it will be good for you, so you can have a book and video, so easily you can understand all the things. So in your fair work, in your notebook, you have to complete assignment 2.1 on your book, okay? And assignment 2.2, first MCQ question, first question you have to solve. After that, sixth question, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, this 5 plus 1, 6 question in assignment 2.2. Full assignment 2.1 you have to do in your fair work. And at the last of the chapter and exercise, in MCQ 1, 2, 6 and 10, up to where we have discussed the topic, these questions are related to that two topics, okay? So you have to complete your fair work. We will check if there will be any chance. And first you have to complete your fair work, so we will complete our second chapter easily, okay? Bye.